In November 2025, the NASA Perseverance rover sent back a recording of only 0.1 seconds. Does it sound like the audio cable was violently unplugged? Engineers initially thought it was a malfunction, but after searching the data, there were 54 identical sounds. Scientists brought the recording back to Earth, repeatedly simulated, and finally came to a conclusion that silenced NASA. There is something on Mars, the top probe that has been searching for 60 years, but it has never been caught. It's invisible and intangible. It erupts 145 million times a day. It can make the dust on the entire planet like a living thing, stick to your body and swallow the lander bit by bit. And humans is less than 5 years from sending people to Mars. That mysterious thing is the Martian lightning. This thing has been going on for half a century, has been sentenced to death by scientists because Mars's atmosphere is 100 times thinner than Earth's, so thin that you can't even light a candle on it. According to the rules of textbooks, it can't even meet the necessary conditions for lightning. But the 1-second explosion of Perseverance has directly torn apart the conclusion of decades. Humans have actually suspected that there were lightning on Mars. In 1976, Viking 1 just landed on Mars. Scientists looked up at the orange sky and wanted to catch a lightning. But they stared for half a century but got nothing. The European Space Agency didn't believe in evil. It sent Mars Express, which carried the most sensitive electromagnetic instruments, scanning for 5 years but didn't catch a single spark. In 2016, they simply built a lander named Schiaparelli. The only mission of this machine was to measure the electricity in the Martian atmosphere. But it had a bug before landing. The Emirati parachute was deployed prematurely. The whole device disintegrated in the air and turned into a pile of debris on the surface of Mars. A pile of debris on the surface of Mars. There was a saying in the community that Martian lightning is a curse. Whoever wants to catch it will fail. Until 2021, Perseverance landed with a special microphone, landed in the Jezero crater on Mars. This microphone was not originally designed to listen to lightning. Its task was to record the sound of lasers hitting rocks to help scientists analyze the composition. But a French scientist named Baptiste Cher, a French scientist, was unwilling. He and his team listened to the Perseverance's recordings over and over, and he extracted 55 strange bursts. Each is only 0.01 second, so short that the human ear can hardly catch them. They reversed these 55 sounds by time points and compared them one by one, and they discovered a terrifying pattern. These sounds are almost all occurring during sandstorms or when a dust storm or whirlwind passed by. In November 2025, the paper was published in Nature. For the first time, it obtained direct evidence of Martian lightning. But the scientific community is very rigorous. Recording the sound wasn't enough. Cher's team did a very ruthless thing. In their laboratory on Earth, they recreated a small Mars atmosphere environment and placed identical microphones, and then artificially created electrostatic discharge. The recorded sound are almost identical to the 55 bursts, are almost identical. This is the real evidence. But the story doesn't end there. In February 2026, a research team from the University of Jack Charles, from the data of NASA's MAVEN probe, found another amazing clue. A short whistle wave signal of only 0.4 seconds. What is a whistle wave? Simply put, it is a low-frequency radio wave which travels along the planet's magnetic field lines. On Earth, it has only one source, which is lightning. Scientists have previously detected it on Jupiter, Saturn, and Neptune, and each time it was accompanied by violent thunderstorms. But Mars has no global magnetic field. The internal generators stopped working billions of years ago. So in the past, everyone was sure that there could be no whistling sound waves on Mars. But the team from Charles University, in more than 100,000 sets of MAVEN data, they found a section. This signal along the residual local magnetic field lines in Mars for 0.4 seconds and then disappeared. It's like a lightning, a short and extreme signal to humans. So what does a Martian lightning look like? You may not believe it. It's not the white light that tears the sky apart on Earth, or Jupiter's that can blow a whole city to ashes. It's more like when you take off your sweater in winter, the static electricity when you take off your sweater. But the scale is completely different. On the surface of Mars, every day, up to 145 million dust devils. The tallest one can grow to 19 kilometers, more than twice as high as Mount Everest. Every 5.5 years, Mars will erupt a super sandstorm so large that it can engulf the entire planet. In 1976, the year Viking landed, it witnessed 2 dust storms. The dust rubbed violently in the high-speed airflow. Each friction releases tiny static electricity. Altogether, it's a planet that's constantly discharging electricity. If you stand on the surface of Mars, under your feet, beside you, and above your head, there are invisible sparks everywhere. This sounds like a romantic thing, but for humans about to land on Mars, it is a real disaster. Because charged dust has a terrifying property of stickiness. Imagine the kind of foam particles in a lazy sofa. Once it is spilled, it is everywhere. It can't be wiped off or shaken off. The dust on Mars is in this state, and it's on a global scale. It never stops, 24 hours a day. In June 2018, the NASA's Opportunity rover died in a super sandstorm. The solar panels were completely covered by charged dust. It was completely powered off and never woke up again. In December 2022, the InSight lander also died for the exact same reason. Died. These are just robots. If astronauts really step on Mars in the future, their helmets, masks, solar panels, instrument interfaces, every part will be covered with this electrostatic dust. If a single part fails, the entire life support system may be paralyzed. And on Mars, rescue is too late. But the most chilling thing is not these. The consequences of Martian lightning may be more cruel than anyone thinks. Scientists have found that even the slightest spark is enough to break apart molecules in the atmosphere. Then reassemble into some extremely terrifying compounds, such as hydrogen peroxide, such as perchlorates. These substances in the Martian soil are surprisingly high. They only have one function: sterilization, burning all organic matter to ashes. In other words, over the past few billion years, there may have really been life on the surface of Mars. But these constant electrostatic discharges, burning all the evidence bit by bit. That's why we've been searching for decades. The soil of Mars has always been empty. So the only way to find life on Mars in the future is to dig underground. The European Space Agency's Rosalind Franklin is expected to land on Mars in 2028. It carries a 2-meter-long drill bit, which is to turn up the secrets underground. SpaceX has already announced that it's preparing to launch the first unmanned starship to send the first unmanned starship to Mars. Musk's goal is to land humans on the Red Planet by 2030. And Artemis lunar mission has fully launched. The purpose is to verify every key technology of deep space crude. In other words, there is not much time for us to fully understand, is really not much. In the past few decades, humans have been staring at the canyons of Mars, studied its ice caps, analyzing its dust storms, and want to find a second home on it. But we have overlooked the silent and flashing electric static. The 1-second explosion of Perseverance is like a slap in the face. It tells us one thing: the universe will not actively hand over the answer. It will only give you, and patient enough, it will give you a short and shortest explosion. And the next question is, since we heard Mars speak so late, what about other planets? How many secrets are there, secrets that we haven't even heard of yet?